What's good, y'all? It's your boy Need for She coming back with another episode of my podcast. I'm just reminiscing. And today I got my friend on, one of my sisters from college, Miss Darnesha Brown is on with me today.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all? And as y'all can see, we are sporting the dynamic,
Period. Period.
dynamic.
He
Yeah,
got dynamic on. He just walked in, got
my
dynamic on
boy.
in the
That's my boy back there.
back.
What's good? Good, man. It's dynamic everything. So y'all gonna hear more about this throughout the episode and at the end. So look at the merchandise, and at the end, y'all go mess with my girl.
Exactly.
Go mess with my boy, and y'all go check them out. But like I said, I'm proud. I'm just proud of what she's been doing, and I'm glad that she was
Thank you.
able to be on with me today. She got a busy schedule. We're grown out here, so we gotta do what we gotta do. But I'm thankful that she was able to come on and talk to me today.
No problem. No problem.
It is what it is. So you know how we do it. I'm gonna start it off like I start off every episode. What was life like for Darnesha growing up?
I feel like I was your regular girl. Like for real. My family was just your regular middle class family. I actually moved around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was staying in Fraser when I was younger.
Okay.
And then I only moved to Whitehaven when I was about, I don't know how old I was, but I was like in 10th grade, end of 10th grade. That's when I moved to Whitehaven. But I always went to school in Whitehaven though.
Oh, okay. Even when you was in Fraser, you still went.
Yeah, like I don't know why we were staying in Fraser. We never like that wasn't my community, but that's where we stayed.
Yeah.
I went to school in Whitehaven most of the time though.
Okay. Okay. You got any brothers and sisters?
I got one sister.
One sister.
Thanks. I got one little sister.
One little sister.
She's a senior now in high school.
Oh man, she ready to get up out of here now.
Yeah.
She think
Yeah.
going to school too?
Huh?
She thinking about going to college too, or was she
Oh
thinking?
yeah. Oh yeah. She going to college. I mean,
Okay, okay, cool.
she gotta go to college. That's how our parents are though. It's no not going to college.
That's how my mom and dad was too.
Yeah.
When my mom used to break down, she like, I really don't care what you want to do, but one of my goals or one of the things she really wanted was all of her sons to have degrees. So my
Yeah.
came to me.
That's not even a question. But it's like she wanna go far, but that's the only thing my parents don't want her to go too far.
Right. We want a nice distance.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of hours away, 3, 4 hours. Okay, that's cool. But you trying to go,
Yeah, she's trying to go away. She's trying to go to Florida.
Oh yeah, go. She
Yeah.
trying to 14 hour you.
Yeah.
Okay. She trying to go for that film and stuff. All right.
Yes, that's exactly what she's trying to go.
Damn you. That's what she
I don't know if that's gonna happen though.
HBC.
Not with the parents we got.
Man. But what elementary school you go to?
I went to Graves and I was at Graves from kindergarten to 6th grade.
They kept y'all kindergarten through 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know where Graves at?
I've heard of grades, don't know particularly where it's at, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, I feel like we was a regular public school, but I don't feel like we was in the loop with every other elementary school.
Yeah, when I be driving through other parts of Memphis and I see these elementary schools and schools pop up, I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? Get those? What? Like, I'd be like, and then once you look at the whole list of schools in Memphis, you was like, wow, why do we have so many schools?
Right. We really do got a lot of schools.
But they've been shutting a lot of them down lately too, though.
Yeah, Graves closed. They closed when I was in high school, actually.
Right, and they was closing down. That Wooddale was on the chopping list of schools to close down because they were trying to put Wooddale, Oak Haven, and Sheffield all in one school and put that. They was trying, so they've been trying to close down more than that school too.
Mm.
Yeah,
It was weird though, because I was just like, I don't know. To me, my school was like a culture to me. So when they closed it, it was just like, dang, it was sad.
you took some.
I feel like a lot of us were sad.
That's how my parents felt when they was closing down Carver.
Mm.
Closed down Carver, and they was like, that's us, South Memphis, Carver. That was us. It was either you
Yeah.
was going to Carver or you was going to BTW. That's where
Yeah.
you was going. Those are schools you were going to.
Right.
So I'm like, they used to, and they was trying, and they didn't like each other. BT and Carter don't like each other, and they was trying to close them schools down and put them together in the same school. I was like, y'all just want more problems.
I ain't know that. I
Yeah,
did not know that.
yeah, that was because all in the hood down there. Then you got Westwood, not too far away. Then you go to farther down, you got Hamilton and Mitchell and all this stuff. So it was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was different.
Mm.
How
I
did you
just,
like it? How did you like it?
how did I like? I like Graves. I feel like I don't know. I feel like elementary school is really what made me kind of.
It helps you.
But I loved Graves. It was fun. Like elementary school was it.
It was easy.
It was easy.
Looking back at it, I'm like, I could have skipped these grades.
Nah, for real. Like I don't even remember. I
The
don't
first,
remember a lot.
the first 3 years, I was like, really? The first 3 years, and I'm like,
It's the same stuff over and over again.
coloring. We coloring.
Right now, I got to fourth grade and it was just like stuff started kicking up. Like, wait a minute.
Right, all right. This science a little bit different now.
Right.
This math sheet, y'all, we had the long multiplication sheet, and you got to go.
Dang, I'm killing you every time. Math was my subject.
That's the difference between me and you. I hate math. I
Really?
hate
What
math.
was your favorite subject?
Science and English. Those are my two favorite
I
subjects.
like science. I ain't like English ever.
Science and English. I didn't like math and history. It's a love
Mm-mm.
hate history. It's a love hate relationship.
I hate history. I just want to leave the past in the past. Why we got to talk about it?
My whole thing with history was once I got older and realized half of the stuff they were teaching me was bull. That's when I was like, yeah, I really didn't like it at first, but then when I knew that some of that stuff wasn't true, I was like, yeah, bro,
Yep.
I
That's
rather
how I was in college. That's why I hated it in college.
right, I
Because
rather
I'm like,
on my own.
yeah, right. This ain't even true, but okay.
Christopher Columbus discovered America. No, he didn't.
Right. I don't know how you discover something that's already there, but okay.
And, and you know how bad they contradict themselves. They say Columbus discovered America, then on the next page it was like he encountered Vikings and any. I was like, bro, how? How?
Oh, okay. Somebody can discover America now.
Right. I was
That
like,
don't mean it's theirs.
right. That's like me walking into your house. This is my house.
Right. Oh, I discovered your house.
My
This is
house.
mine. My
Hey,
stuff already here though.
ain't paid a bill. Ain't no name on nothing.
Ain't did nothing.
But we call those kids. Come in the house. This is my house. Ain't paid nothing.
That's me in my mama house.
You think I wasn't doing that, man? What trying to? I would
Hey,
go
I be trying to clean up a little bit, you know.
right. Keep my room tidy.
Exactly. Exactly.
I wash a couple
Exactly.
dishes. Do a little something in there.
Right, right. They be want more though.
Right. They be wanting you to. Hey. I need you to. I need. Hey, mom. You told me I could save. I need you to do this though.
Right.
And you can't tell them no.
Mm-mm.
You can't tell them no.
Can't do that.
I was like, that's gonna be worse for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, elementary school, it was cool. Did y'all have? We did field day. Y'all do field day?
Yeah, we had field days, and you know, our school was like, I don't know, our backyard was big
It
for
was.
our school. We had this big field, so field day was big. It was really big for us.
I'm like you. That's how Cromwell was. Cromwell, the field, the school sat at the top of the hill.
Yeah,
Behind it is nothing but field. It's all field out there. So
yeah, and I feel like we was the only elementary school in our neighborhood. So literally, if you lived around there, you were going to Graves. So it was like
us too. Us
it
too.
was fun.
Ours is right in the middle. It's like you got streets over here and you got streets over here, and
Mm-hmm.
it was the big field and everything like that. That's the school. Usually to go in there, but like Goodlit and Get Well and stuff like that was around a little bit. Little other elementary schools like that, Ross and stuff was around, but for the most part, Cromwell was in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was the. Did y'all? We used to do the little sock hops and stuff. Little dances and stuff.
I love the sock hop.
Y'all had those too.
Yes.
A lot of people I talked to, they was telling me they didn't have those in elementary school. I said we had them.
What? We stay having them. Make sure you got your ticket
Ticket
in
lunch.
the cafeteria after school. Yeah, we had them joints.
Man,
It
those
was fun.
we used to have them during school. They used to, but ours would be like,
We did have them during school too. I think it was like at the end of the day though. It
yeah,
was like
yes,
maybe at 1 o'clock, but we get out of school at 2 o'clock.
yeah, something like that. That's what
Yeah.
they used to do with us too. We get out because I was getting out at 3:15, so that
Hmm.
had it at like 1:30, 1:30,
Yeah.
1:45 to 3:50. They have us out there. It was cool, man. We used to buy
Yep.
those tickets during lunch. They used to give us freeze pops and stuff during the soccer.
That's what I was there for. I was really there for the food.
Oh
Like
yeah, popcorn and
the
all that.
dancing, that's
Oh,
cool, but I was there for the food.
right. Speaking of the food, how was y'all elementary school food? How was y'all lunch food?
See, a lot of people say like the lunch food was good, but I don't remember lunch food being good. I remember us having like a couple things that was good.
Yeah, certain meals was good. I ain't gonna say the whole meal because they used to give us that little cheesy rice casserole. I was like, bro, nobody want to eat that.
Mhm. My favorite thing though, my favorite thing from elementary school, I still eat it to this day, are super donuts.
Yeah, everybody loved
I
them.
still eat them things to this day.
Man, we had the square pizzas, the little
Yeah,
pizzas.
I didn't like them.
We used to mess them up. Some of them was better than the others. Sometimes they'll change the cheese on it and it'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
But we used to eat that. And now, I'm telling you this, the sweet stove, the butter cookies, the
Mm.
butter cookies was lit.
Hmm. The chocolate chip cookies, bro. It's a story about chocolate chip cookies. I ain't gonna tell the story. I'm not ready.
You ain't ready for the truth.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm.
uh,
Nope.
we're gonna put this on unsung later on. We're gonna release this one later.
Yeah, them ooh.
Man, I
Elementary
love the butter cookies,
school.
but they used to sell us popcorn, little bags of popcorn too.
Yeah.
We used to have fun. But the only thing I hated, I was like, bro, why you give me casserole and milk? Why you give me
I don't even like milk, so I never drank milk.
I drank it only when I had no choice. I was like, bro, and I didn't even trust the carton. I pull it up and smell it because I know something's spoiled. That milk be spoiled too. And it's like, bro,
But I would just hope it's the orange juice left from the morning, like the morning time.
something. Give me a bottle of water. I'll take
Yeah. I
I,
go to the fountain before I drink milk.
that milk. And they used to give us white milk. They gave us chocolate milk. They gave us.
Strawberry came later.
Sometimes it came. Sometimes it came.
Yeah.
Sometimes it did. But you knew you always was gonna have regular milk and chocolate milk.
Yep. Hmm.
And I hated milk. Like milk was good for cookies and cereal. That's all I used it for.
I couldn't do it. I don't like milk. In my cereal, I'll drink my milk after my cereal,
That's
but
the only time though.
yeah, I can't just drink no. I'm not finna go be like, I want a glass of milk. No.
Supposed to be desserts and they be getting cakes and stuff. It was like, yeah, man, I gotta give me a glass of milk to wash this cake down. I was like, what?
Yeah. I know some folks like that.
Nah, I didn't like it.
Mm-mm.
Y'all go on how many did y'all go on a lot of field trips?
Yeah, we did go on a lot of field trips, and I tried to make all them joints.
Any chance I could get out of school? What?
Yep. We went to Put Put. I love Put Put. We went to Put Put,
I still love Papa to this day. I still love Papa.
Pink Palace, but I don't really remember Pink Palace like
Pink
that.
Palace Museum, we used to go there and go to the IMAX and watch the
Yeah.
movies on the big IMAX screen.
I remember going, but I don't remember my experience. I want to go again, like as an adult.
Oh, oh yeah, definitely.
'Cause,
We went to the zoo before.
mhm.
What else we went? I went to a Redbirds game. But these
I
field
think
trips,
we went to a Redbirds game before.
yeah, these field trips throughout the whole from kindergarten on. I've been through a lot of them. But
Hmm.
it was a lot of different things.
I
Uh,
remember going on one trip out of town. I think we went to. It had to be Magic Springs or
in
something.
Arkansas,
Yeah, and I
take
think that was in like fifth grade though.
take you to Holly Springs in Arkansas is only a couple of hours away. Probably that's what they took you just to get
Yeah,
out. Man,
that was fun.
man, I love some of them those trips. You just getting out of class. Just getting out of class was fun.
Yep.
y'all had I know corporal punishment was still going when we was in school. You ever see anybody get paddled or heard people get paddled and stuff?
Everybody got paddled all the time. I got paddled twice.
Mm.
I only remember 2 times. I remember being in I think it was like first grade. I think I got it twice in the same day though. Because listen, my best friend at the time, I remember us getting into it with some girl. And like so our teacher, he gave us a paddling, but I think we got sent to the principal's office and then she gave us a paddling. So yeah.
I seen people get paddling. I remember one time the boy by class, he talked back to the teacher or he said something to the teacher and she called his mama.
Mm-hmm.
And his mama came up there, I think after lunch, and she got the powder out of the principal's office.
Oh.
And she brought it, we was outside in portables. She brought it to the portables. Boy, she was like, I'm gonna give you 3 licks. And every time you jump or put your hand behind, I'm gonna add 3 more. Bruh
I
had
was getting a whooping all day.
bruh had 30 licks. Bruh ended up like 33 licks because he kept jumping. We was like, I said, oh, she wasn't playing. See, the principal and them, since my brothers, all of us went through elementary school, the principals there, they knew us. They knew us, and
Yeah.
my parents and them. So they wouldn't whoop me. They'll just call my mama and them. Because they already
Mhm.
know what it is. They already know what's gonna happen. So
Right.
they ain't I get to fighting, walk out of the teacher class. I do all this stuff. They call it my mama. Because they already know what my mama gonna do.
So
So
you was bad. I was a good kid.
I had certain I wasn't consistently bad. I'd probably do 1 or 2 things a year
Yeah.
that I do. Like I got in trouble. Somebody dared me to write on my pants. I wrote on my pants. You know, you in elementary
Ah.
you in elementary school, so you do dumb stuff. I got on some blue pants and I write on my pants in red marker. You know, you just doing I'm doing dumb stuff like that. Uh
Yeah.
Folks was these girls and stuff. They was heckling us and everything like that. I said I'm done, and I walk out the classroom. So
Mm-hmm.
she called my mom. It's like I got to fighting with the dude outside. They called instead of us going to get suspended. They just told us they gave us the option. They was like, you want suspension or you call your mom. In my mind, I was like, shit, I'd rather just get suspended.
But if you get suspended, you're gonna be at the house.
I'm gonna be at the house, so I'm gonna get in trouble, but it won't be consistently in that trouble. But the only problem is that means my mom and them either one of them gonna have to take off work, or they're gonna have to drive me to my auntie house in South Memphis.
And don't make your mama have to take off work.
Right at that time, but my mom had a little wiggle room. I think then she was still working at like Smith and Nephews and Cross. She
Mm-hmm.
was, she could probably get away, but
Yeah.
that was and then getting compared when Mike wasn't doing nothing. Mike being an angel.
Yeah.
It was worse. Mike being an angel. Mike got all A's, all E's. He being an angel. I'm in this thing got all A's, but I got N's. Yeah.
Bro, I would get my conduct lowered for talking. I don't know. I was a talker.
I was too. But I used to finish my work so quick. That's why.
Same. Like kindergarten was easy. So it's just like it's hard for me to just sit there and be quiet doing nothing.
Right.
So
They asked me for help. Ain't like I'm just in there. They asked me for it. It's like, Bert, can you help me with this right quick?
right.
I was like, I helped. I'm sorry that I could have skipped kindergarten and first grade, went straight to second grade or third grade. Ain't my fault. And mom and
I
them
had to sit here and go through this.
Mom and them didn't play by grades. You weren't doing nothing if you ain't had no grades.
Mm-mm. I was a straight A student for most of my elementary school year. Then
Yeah,
I got to middle school and it just
yeah. I slip up and get a B here and there. I get a B or something
yeah.
because it'll usually be in math or science why I get a B because
Mhm.
I was cool in math, but once you start adding decimals and fractions and stuff, it's a wrap. I'm out. I'm
I
out.
feel you. I feel you.
I'm out. But
hmm
if you want me to multiply, divide, add, subtract, and you want me to do all that, I can figure that out. But so
Right, I
like
got
1/4, 1/3 of 3/5 and stuff like that, I'm like, bruh, yeah.
you. Right.
So once you leave Graves, what middle school you end up going to?
Went to Haven View actually.
Havenview.
hmm
Yeah, we played Haven View in football. My eighth grade year.
And when I got to Havenview, that's when I really realized, like, oh wow, it's other elementary schools out here. Cause like nobody was from most of the people that went to Havenview was from Whitehaven Elementary.
Right, right.
So it was just like, oh, it's another elementary school. I
Yeah.
was the only one out here. So like they knew each other already, but I mean it wasn't that bad.
You only spent 2 years at seventh and eighth grade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, yeah. Okay. You do anything while you was there? You cheerlead? You was cheerleading, majorette, or band or anything, or you was just chilling?
I was in the choir, and that's the only thing that went right. I tried majorette. I cannot dance to save my life. I tried basketball. I can't play basketball. So choir was the only thing that worked out, and that's all I did in seventh and eighth grade.
Man, I got to Wooddale Middle. Lev Cromwell went to Wooddale Middle sixth grade, so we stopped
Hmm.
fifth, and I went to Wooddale Middle sixth grade, and it was a culture shock in the fact of when I saw the music and the dancing. That
Hmm.
was a culture shock from elementary school because coming from the sock hop where we having dance battles in elementary school where we doing
Yeah,
chicken head and doing the heel toe and the pancake and stuff.
yeah,
That and I get to middle school and I go to my first dance and I'm seeing what people really own. I'm like, okay, this what we doing. Okay, say
that's where like twerking started.
right. Because elementary school, you just wanted to touch a girl butt and not get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
Middle school, it was a different thing. Some of the nicest people, because I knew a couple of upperclassmen, because Mike was in the eighth grade when I was in the sixth grade. So I
Mhm.
always knew upperclassmen wherever I went because they either knew Mike or Sherrod. So I always had those. So I just need to know people in my grade. But with going from Cromwell to Wooddale Middle to Wooddale High, I stayed around the same group of people all my life. So all of us
Mhm.
going to the next grade together. So it was just
Right.
something like that. But I went to that first dance because I go to the concession stand after school, talk to the girls and that. They're like, "Hey, how you doing?" They was like, "Oh, look at you," and they just give me this stuff, and I go see them dance, and they in the dance turning up.
Right. It's like, oh, this what you want for real.
I was like, "Oh, well, this is what we're doing now. I'm happy,
Right.
good now. Well, I'm happy."
Oh my goodness.
Man, that was some fun times. That was some fun
Yeah.
times. We went on. That's. I went on a couple of field trips there. I went to go talk to the elementary school.
Hmm.
Fox Meadows. Went to go talk to Fox Meadows Elementary. Went to. We actually went to Jackson. Was one of our field trips. We went to like this place with Roots. I think the Roots owner his house is in one of his houses or one of them houses or something was in Jackson. So we
Hmm.
went there, but then we went to Casey Jones, the restaurant in Jackson.
I didn't go there until college, and I don't want to go back.
You ain't like it?
No, the restaurant was like Cracker Barrel on 10. The energy was,
Maybe when we was younger, it didn't matter to us because
yeah.
I was in sixth grade when Mike was in the eighth. So me and him both went on the trip. It
Because
was
then they have like the little, I know they had the cotton sticks or something.
yeah. It's very Cracker Barrel-ish, but
Yeah, so it was just
food
the
was fire.
energy was not what I like.
The food was fire though when I went.
Yeah, the food was good.
Yeah, it just give you slave owner vibes. But
Yeah, most definitely.
yeah,
Plantation vibes.
yeah, oh definitely. That's what I do with Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, you walk in, you just first of all seeing the wooden bench outside. Just as soon as I walk up and I see the wooden bench outside, it just makes me feel like they just be looking at us like, look at them black folks come up. I
Right.
get that vibe, but then I eat cakes and be like, forget it.
Yeah.
That
Take
was
me to Waffle House. That's what my people at.
just I go to Waffle House, IHOP, Perkins. I go to all those places.
Mhm. Right.
Out out here in Knox, it's a Cracker Barrel and an IHOP down the street. There's a
Mm.
Cracker Barrel, IHOP is all there down the street. So it's
Yeah.
man, middle
Cracker
school.
Barrel want the vibes.
Yeah. Did y'all divide y'all teams up by? I mean, not divide all the classes up by. uh teams and stuff because we used to we had like different colors.
Yeah, like in middle school, I remember us having different halls.
Yeah, we did too.
Different halls were like different teams. I don't remember what team I was on, but
We
that's
was,
how it was for us.
I think for us it was four. It was either 3 or 4 teams. Usually it was blue, red, white, blue, and green.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the green team because green was taking the honors classes and taking those classes. So that was green. So we had green, red, white, and blue. So those how
I
they.
don't remember what ours was, but I know we had teams though.
Yeah, and we was taking. That's when you taking higher classes and stuff. We took algebra 1 in 8th grade. Type.
Yeah, I swear, I just love math.
Algebra
It's
1
the
was easy.
best.
My teacher, I loved my teacher.
Yeah.
Ooh, and she didn't sugarcoat shit. She told me what it was.
Mine either. I had a good algebra one teacher.
Yeah, she didn't sugarcoat nothing. She told her what it was.
Yep. I
And
wonder why like math teachers like that.
because they understand, they was like, "Bro, I ain't gonna like everybody else. You got to learn this. Math is universal, so you gonna run into math wherever you go. Math and English, you run into that wherever you go.
That's true.
So
My English teachers were always good too. Like I didn't love English, but I liked the teachers. So my English teachers were always good.
see, I like science, but my science teacher used to get on my damn nerves. That's the crazy part. Especially my 8th grade science teacher. Oh, Miss Parker. Oh, Miss
Not Miss Parker.
Parker. She taught us physical science. I could not stand Miss Parker because she was shady. She She was so shady. That's why we couldn't stand her. Man.
Bro, my worst teacher was social studies. Her
We like,
name was Miss Scruggs. Ooh, she was just like the old, you know how old people be
anyway,
bitter?
yeah.
She
Oh,
was like that. And I was like, calm down.
we had an old history teacher. Her name was Miss Walker. She was an old history teacher. She was
Mm,
cool, but she was like that grandma. She was like
yeah,
cool and stuff, but when she wants something done, she gonna make sure y'all know what it is. Y'all gonna get this done.
right, right.
I remember she broke up some girls fighting one time, and the girls were fighting, and she broke them up. And the girls started swinging on her. She jacked up. I was like, girl, I was like,
I started swinging on her. Bro,
she,
I got a vivid memory of in social studies, they making us learn what the heck was that? It was something
everything that we don't use today.
for real. It was something. She made each one of us stand up and say it though. We the people that
Oh Lord,
she would make each one of us stand up and say it. And I'm just like, why? For what?
right? What's the reason? Right.
For what? That's just like now. I'm like, why did we learn the pledge? For what? None of that means
Saying
nothing.
it every day. Put your
Faithfully.
on the intercom, hand over your chest. I pledge allegiance.
I can't believe I did that. I would not dare.
I do that again. I was like, bro, I'd be sitting
Oh,
especially if we was in middle school or high school right now, I'd be sitting in class like this. Man, bro, forget y'all, bro. What? Stand up
right.
when you going to the office. I'm going to the office
All
there.
right. See y'all at the office.
Right. They already know. I already know what desk I'm going to in ISS. I already know which one I'm going to. I'm going to this one right here. You already know what's up.
I think I had ISS maybe twice. I don't know why I used to get in trouble because I wasn't bad,
I used
but
to
I
just,
do remember getting in trouble like a couple times.
do dumb stuff out of will.
Yeah.
I'll do something stupid, and then sometimes I listen to my friends like a dummy a couple of times, but yeah, and then I would test them because I do stuff like at the end of the year and stuff like that. Like they won't
Mhm.
do nothing to me. I wear flip flops to school. They send me to ISS. Keep in mind, it's like the last week of school. They sent me to ISS. I was like, bro, I
Yeah.
really don't even supposed to be here. We already took exams.
Ooh, petty for no reason.
Yeah, I got said me and my homies, we got detention for a food fight. We didn't even start. We ain't even started. That's the crazy part. We ain't even started this thing. They
Mm-mm.
picked our table. I was like, what the y'all got good cameras. I know. I've been in the
Right.
office. I know y'all cameras are really good.
Y'all can figure out who really started this.
I'm talking about it's picture clear and in color. I'm like, the restrooms be messed up, everything be messed up. Them cameras ain't messed up.
I don't even remember. We did have cameras, and we had like the little metal detectors we had to go through in middle school too.
Yeah, they
Faithfully.
yeah, they made us go. I think I had them in middle school. At first, they used to not make them. Then I think a year I came back, and then we had them in middle school.
I remember getting my phone taken and everything because I was like, dang, we got metal detectors all of a sudden. What?
Where they was like, I used man middle school. I ain't have a phone, so I didn't really care. So at
Mm.
that time, we was chilling. But we did so much stuff. Because I played football 1 year. I played football my eighth grade year.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I I started in the band. I didn't keep on going with it because I ain't like my band teacher too much.
Yeah.
I was playing the trombone and stuff. You know what's funny? We learned a web class that I was like, man, I wish I remember actually doing that. We had a web class. She taught us how to code. She would teach us
Oh,
how to code and make websites, like make a website page and stuff like that. I was like, hey, man,
dang, 'cause that's a good money maker. Like,
you feel me? It was a computer class. So in the computer
mm-hmm.
class, she was teaching us how to type and everything, and she taught us how to make a web page. So
Mm.
we was just like, man,
I remember having it in high school.
yeah, they taught us that seventh grade or eighth grade. We took that class, and I was like, man, I wish I would have listened to that.
Yeah.
Know how to code and make web pages? Yeah, she taught us how to do all that.
That's a good skill, like for real.
And man, but yeah, those field trips was cool. Seen my fair share of fights.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too. I
shot
wasn't never in none, but I seen them.
plenty of them. It was outside of the school, inside the school, didn't matter. In the
Hmm.
cafeteria, I saw this boy push a girl head to the table. I seen a lot.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Then her brother and them came down after school. Yeah, and that was they
Know
didn't
how that went.
they really didn't do no damage because they tried, but it really didn't work. But
Mm.
yeah, we was just like, man, it was yeah. And then when the police come, of course, when the police come, everybody dip. Everybody,
Yep.
we done.
Bro, why was the police? I don't know. I don't know if that was just us, but the police were always at school after school,
Oh no,
middle school and high school.
no, it wasn't just y'all. Trust me, our police was there every day in the school, outside the school. Ambulances were there, um, and then they was there undercover. They was in those Durangos,
Yeah.
and the Durangos and stuff. So now we saw police every day. We saw police
Yep.
every day because either it was a fight or it was about to be a fight or something. Most
Mm.
of the time,
Then we eventually like had a real, they'll have a security guard, but we eventually had a real police officer at school at all times.
yeah, we had about three or four of them. They'll walk around. And we had about three or four of them in the school. They'll walk around.
I don't know how I feel about that though. I don't know if they still do it because I don't got kids. So I don't know how it is. But I don't like that. I feel like you kind of just relaying a message to the kids. Like, why the police gotta be around us all the time?
Right. But I ain't gonna lie, we didn't make it easy for them. They had to put something. We didn't make it easy for them. We was
That's
doing
true.
stuff. So I understand that teachers and principals could only do so much. You gotta have some
That's
type
true.
of security there, somebody.
You right. You right.
You gotta have somebody. And then we're there with doing dumb stuff. Like folks had drugs in school. Like
Mm.
folks would probably bring a gun to school. So it's like,
Yeah, we had that a couple times. I think that's how the metal detectors got started.
yeah, some folks bring guns and knives to school. And then I think it was probably school shootings going around the world, around the school. So like they try to buff up security.
Hmm.
Cause they're putting that in all the Mississippi schools, I think. They're putting them
Yeah,
in everything.
eventually.
Right. And then it was but middle school, like I said, middle school is probably the biggest blur I got. I think I remember more elementary than I do middle school.
Me too, because my middle school was only 2 years, so it
I
was just in and out thing for me.
it and I think because it was only 3 years, it was or 2 years in your case,
Hmm.
it came and went so fast. It was
Yep.
like it was a good transitioning period though. It did help going into high school.
Yeah, it did. It did.
But we used to see Wooddale High. They were pulling the fire alarm every day. Every other day they pulling the fire alarm. So fire department up there. One time they had a big brawl outside. It was like 8 fights. A teacher fighting a student. It was a whole bunch of things going on out
Yeah,
there.
high school was different.
Oh yeah, it was big gang activity. It was a lot
Yeah,
going around.
yeah, for sure. It was. I didn't even know about gangs for real until I got to high school, and I saw like they were in it, like in it.
Yeah, I saw it in middle school because they was jumping folks in the middle school because it's a
Mhm.
field and a tennis court. It's a field and a tennis court that separates Wooddale Middle from Wooddale High. They on the same street, but it's like a tennis court field area that you can walk across and they get you to the school. It's a big field right there. Folks get to fighting right there, get to fighting, and then on the other side where we had our little football field where we practice is nothing
Mhm.
but land and nothing but field over there. So when the fights couldn't make it at the high school, they'll come down there to the middle school fight over there. Or if the high schools was jumping somebody in from middle school, they'll do it right there and take them on. So it was like it was different, but
That's
it,
crazy.
yeah, leaving eighth grade going into the ninth, uh, we was debating on if I was gonna go to Wooddale High or not, but I ended up going there. But Christian Brothers was my other option. I was gonna end up going to
Mhm.
Christian Brothers.
I don't think I even I didn't have an option because my dad went to Whitehaven, so it was just like I was gonna go to Whitehaven automatically.
Right.
So that's where I ended up.
Yeah, my dad, because me and Michael's already at Wooddale, but he was thinking of transferring to another school.
Hmm.
And my dad was either going to send him to Hardin Academy, or send him to Overton. So those
Hmm.
two schools, but then eventually they're just like, yeah, I'll just end up going to Wooddale. So went to Wooddale, shit, ninth grade year, and didn't like. Okay, now we in the high school now. Now I'm dated. Now we get to high school. So like I said, when I say everything about high school, how would you rank your 4 years in high school? What was your best to your least favorite year?
Okay. I think my best year was senior year,
Okay,
just because I mean that's senior year we finna go,
I
and
understand.
then maybe ninth grade,
Mm-hmm.
and then 10th and 11th. I don't care where they go. I don't really know. Like 10th and 11th was just, it was like middle school, 7th and 8th grade for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just, it came and went.
Talking to people in the past, I had like one or two people that say they really enjoyed. Like Malik said, he really enjoyed his junior year.
Hmm.
Like, and I get a few of those and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's either senior year or freshman year where a lot of people enjoy theirs. Because
Yeah, I just feel like we had so much fun. It was like a real, you just knew you was gonna transition into college life. So I don't know. I feel like that year we just let loose for real.
I mean, your amount of I don't give a damn is
Yeah.
high your senior year. You be like, bro,
Yeah,
y'all talk. I've been around y'all for 3 years, bro. I'm tired of y'all. I'm ready to go.
legit. Like I don't even, I talked to a few people from high school. Like we still friends, we still cool, but a lot of people from high school, it's just like, no. After that first year of going to college, a lot of people just, we just kind of fell off.
Yeah.
Cause like, yeah, I was just cool with y'all because we had to see y'all every day. But now I get to choose my friends for real. So sorry.
Yeah, I'm still tired with people. I'm from kindergarten.
Really?
Well, you gotta think of mine too. I was I've been with them since kindergarten.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Senior year, it rare that a couple of them might transfer to other schools, but for
Hmm.
the most part, even if they transfer to other schools, they sometimes they end up transferring back. So a lot of the people I still cool with that I talk to and everything, we've been knowing each other since kindergarten. So we were 5. We 25 now, 26. So and we still keep in touch. So
That's what happened with like a lot of people who actually went to Whitehaven Elementary. They just went to Whitehaven, Haven View, and Whitehaven. So for me, it was Graves, Haven View, Whitehaven. A lot of people didn't do that. A
yeah.
lot of people who went to Graves ended up going to Fairleigh.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't going there. It
Yeah.
just wasn't gonna happen.
I think my options would that I said Christian Brothers was one, but if I had to stay in the area where my school was at, it was either Wooddale, Sheffield, Overton, or Kirby. Those are the schools I had. And I was like, nah. I was like, I know I wasn't going to Kirby. And
Dang, why you say that?
I knew I wasn't going to Kirby or Sheffield. I knew I wasn't going to those two. So it was either gonna have to be Wooddale or Overton. But I ended up going to Wooddale and just stayed there. But if I had to rank my years, my favorite year was freshman year. Freshman year was lit. I'm talking about from beginning to end. And I think what helped was because the upperclassmen were cool too. They
Yeah.
were fun too. They was fun to be around and have fun. Plus, I saw so many fights. I'm talking about people fighting, folks getting stumped out. I seen blood at the bottom of the stairwell. Um, a student knocked out the principal. Couldn't stand the principal.
What?
Well, he would. Once I say his name, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. He was terrible, and then also a student put a pole through his windshield because it was something they got an argument with suspension or something like that. He put a pole. I'm talking about a black pole through his windshield.
That's crazy.
By the end of the night, though, the folks came and got it fixed. It was fixed by the end of the night, but by the time
Wasn't nobody messing with Dr. Hunter, like.
yeah, by the time the what's name started, it was a wrap. By the time the game started that night, it was fixed. The windshield was fixed. But now my ninth grade principal, Mr. Banks.
Wait, is it that Mr. Banks?
And director at Whitehaven, Mr. Banks.
He went.
He was our principal, my ninth grade year. I told you, as soon as I said that, you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about.
Something wrong. I don't want. I did not like him.
We didn't.
I did not like him.
Now you see why the student knocked him out. Now you see why the student put a pole through the windshield.
Yeah, it's justified.
Thank you. I felt as soon as I said that, you knew exactly what I was talking about.
He is so irritating, like for no reason.
That's what we were saying. It wasn't warranted. At school, we understood that, but we also had some of the highest grades in the honors classes. We had some of the highest grades, and the sports teams was good. My freshman year, we went 8-2 in football. First 10 games, we went 8-2. So, and the basketball team was good. Everything was good. Everybody else was bad. Everybody else was just bad.
Yeah. Oh, I was not expecting you to say that man's name.
Yes, he was my principal ninth grade year.
That's crazy.
He tried to suspend me. He almost got me suspended. So
that man's so irritating.
Yes.
I don't think I ever have I ever gotten into him? I probably have got to argue with him because he used to just say stupid stuff for no reason. Like, just shut up, just be quiet,
right?
Relax.
Man, he used to get mad at the basketball game. I'm talking to the cheerleaders and talking to the girls basketball team because that's my sister and them. They playing on the team. So we just talking and we sitting on the bench and the line is where I'm sitting at. That's where the line is to go buy tickets for the game. So I'm just sitting there talking to them and he was like, so you gonna you got tickets to the game? I was like, sir, well the line right here was waiting on the line. He's like talking back to me. He was just trying to get smart, but it was just like
like I'm answering you, not talking back. I mean, yes, I'm talking back, but that's how you communicate, right?
Right. So you trying to escalate a problem with me. I ain't trying to do nothing. And I was like, man, bro, get out my face, fool.
Looking like a piranha.
He was just, then the big bifocals he had, I couldn't stand him. Ooh, I couldn't stand Mr. Banks. But ninth grade year was my favorite year. Outside of him, I loved ninth grade year. And then my ninth grade class was the last class to be in the big building with the upperclassmen. Because the next year, my 10th grade year, they was building a little freshman academy outside. They was building a little building to put all the freshmen over there. And unless you was going to lunch, gym, or you was taking honors class with the upperclassmen, you was in the freshman building. So we was the last class to be with the upperclassmen.
Well, it was always mixed in. So like people from, when did I come in? 2011. So people who graduated 2012, I know them. I'm still like cool with a few of them.
Yeah.
Every year, like, I don't know how I even got to know the seniors. I think it was choir because I was still in choir in high school. So They were in choir too, so I met a lot of them through choir. And what else? Maybe ROTC. I met a few of them through ROTC.
Oh
And
yeah,
that was, yeah, maybe that's how I met them. But I met a lot of the older people too. We was always mixed in.
right, right. That's what you got to do sometimes. That's what you got to do. Uh,
Yeah, it was cool.
and yeah, but so yeah, ninth grade year. My next favorite year was sophomore year. Actually, sophomore
Mm,
year was just as lit. It was a little bit less lit. It was still fights and stuff happening, but it wasn't as many. But
mm-hmm.
I still love the upperclassmen we had. So it was fun. I knew the freshmen coming in. We was cool with them. I'm messing with them. I'm messing with
Yeah,
upclass. I'm just having a good time. This is my first year starting varsity football, so I'm really just having fun. 10th grade.
yeah.
10th grade is one of those eye-opening years. And man, I think the next year after that, senior year. Senior year was
Senior.
my third favorite. Cause senior year, I've said this on past podcasts and probably gonna continue to say it. You know, when you watch a TV show and you know it's the last season.
Yeah.
That's how senior year was.
I was ready for the next season. I knew it was gonna be
This
a
was
new season.
you knew this was the season finale. You knew it wasn't gonna be no twists, no turns. It was gonna be leveled the whole year. Just do what you're supposed to do, and you're gonna get out and
Yep.
do all that. So that's how senior year went. And second semester, I was barely in school. I'm talking about I barely in school.
Really? Why?
Well, one, they didn't give me no class till like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Uh,
Mm.
I had office assistant and study hall my first two periods of the day.
I had class all day,
No, I
every
had
period.
right. I had class like third period. And
Now I think in high school, my senior year, I think I had like choir at the end of the day. So it's like that's when everybody would try to skip school.
yes,
But I wasn't really a school skipper, so I ain't never skipped school
I skipped school multiple
on
times.
my thing. If I had a car, that'd be different, but I ain't had no car.
I had friends with cars. That was the biggest thing. And then
Yeah.
my homie, he had a house. He had a house out there because his parents and them they was working away, but they had a
Mhm.
house there that he was staying at. So we was at
Yeah.
his house. So if I skip school, I usually skip school on days where we was in homeroom all day or most of the day.
Mhm.
Homeroom to like 12 o'clock or something like that. Man, we'll go lunch and just don't come back. We just because we was like, I'm not finna just go to two classes. I'm not just
Yeah.
six and seven period. So we was
Yeah, that was the block schedules, bro. I hated that.
we had
But
block schedule freshman year. My freshman
you
year,
just had to find the right teacher at White Haven. Like if you was cool with a teacher who was cool, you could come like in his classroom and just chill.
yeah, we had teachers like that too.
So that made it fun. But if you ain't have no teachers you was cool with and you just on block schedule, nah, you gonna be miserable.
I know that we probably backtracking on this though. When was the first time you were switching classes? Like when did you first start switching classes?
You mean
Like even in elementary or middle school, you seeing different teachers every day. You didn't have one teacher teach
I think that started in middle school for me.
it. Me too.
Yeah, that started in middle school because, like I said, I was at the elementary school from kindergarten to sixth.
Yeah,
So seventh grade, that's when it started.
yeah. So yeah, I was doing the same thing. They tested it with like the fourth and fifth graders when I was like in the third grade. They tested
Mhm.
it out, but they ain't like had a ring. So that next year they went back to one teacher teaching everything. In the sixth grade year, I started switching classes.
I
Like I'm
don't even think it's necessary for them though. For the elementary school kids, I don't think it's necessary.
yeah, probably not. It's probably not.
I actually think middle school and high school it was good because it got us prepared for how we're gonna switch classes in college. Not really, but kind of.
Kind of it allowed you to know you ain't gonna see the same teacher every day.
Yeah,
But
true.
the only thing is middle and high school, you still saw the same teacher every day. You just
Hmm.
still switching classes. The only
Yep.
thing that wasn't like that was on my ninth grade year, we was on block schedule. We had
Hmm.
we had four classes Monday, four classes Tuesday. And
Yep.
we would just switch back and forth. And on Friday we alternate which day we was doing. The only
Mm.
thing I hated about that was it was like on I want to say Tuesdays and Thursdays. Three of the classes I liked, one I couldn't stand. And on Monday, Wednesday, three of the class I couldn't stand, but I had gym. I had
Mm.
gym one time. So I was
I
like,
never had gym. I had always had ROTC, which was cool because I loved everybody that was in ROTC. And we usually was just chilling. Like he might give us some work and we'll do the work and leave. Well, not leave, but we can just chill for the rest of the day.
I had gym during, we had gym during lunch period. So we
Mm.
was at gym. We got lunch, we still got an hour and a half in the gym. So we in the gym hooping. And me and Mike taking gym at the same time. Me and him in the same gym class. So
Yeah.
we in that thing hooping and we having fun. So then
Mm-hmm.
I leave there and had to go to geometry. Tired, sweating. And
Bummer.
geometry. I'm talking about I think I can remember my schedule. Like the that I had the three good classes and the one bad one. It was history, science. I think it was history, science, English, and it was I forgot the other class. It was
Mhm.
something like that, but it was cool. But I couldn't stand my history teacher.
Yeah.
She was just a old, like you said, a old me. She was one of them.
Yeah.
We got we was doing her so bad. She quit. She quit that second semester, middle semester. She quit. We had a sub the rest of the year.
Bruh.
We got her up out of there.
It just quitting.
She
I
quit.
told you I was in choir the whole time.
Yeah,
She couldn't stand the class because a lot of people that was in the choir class was just in there. They didn't really want to be in the choir or
yeah.
nothing, so they was just there. So they would give her hell, like for real. They would give it to her. She wanted to quit. She always said she was gonna quit. She was an old white lady, so she always said she was gonna quit.
I was too. She was like a little older white lady. She was probably in her 50s, somewhere
And
around
every year we came back, we like, you still here, girl? Like, thought she was gonna quit. She
there.
never quit though. I think she gone now, but they
Yeah,
used to give her hell.
yeah, we
It
got
was sad.
our history teacher hell. But then on the other day, no, yeah, it was English science. It was English science, social studies, and shit. It was another one that was a class I like. I think it was aviation. It might have been my aviation class or something
Mm.
I was in. Then that next day, I'm taking world history. No, I'm taking art history. Boring. Taking geometry. Boring. Uh, I forgot the other class, and I got gym. Gym was the only highlight of my day.
But
And
I used to love biology, but I love biology. I love my teacher. She was an amazing teacher. But
yeah,
I just couldn't get it. Like I couldn't get it. I loved it. I loved the teacher and I just couldn't get it. I hated this so much.
I loved my biology teacher because she was she was firm but fair.
Yeah.
She was firm. She got on you. She got on you, but she was
Hmm.
fair in how she was teaching.
Yeah.
She was trying to get people. She was trying to get us to go take her AP biology class. Now I ain't no dummy. I ain't finna hop in no AP class.
No, did I take AP bio?
You ain't finna
No,
hustle me. You ain't finna
no.
hustle me into AP class. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
You're not finna hustle me into that. So
Mm.
she was nice, and we had to do a research paper in her class. It was 10-page research paper. I'm a ninth grader.
Yeah.
I got a B. I don't know how. I got a
That's
B.
good.
I was like, she gave me an 88. I was like, what?
Bruh. I
I,
saw so many C's in biology, it didn't make no sense.
I saw C's in math. I think I passed geometry with a B. But
Hmm.
sophomore year, that's why sophomore was my sophomore was my second favorite year. Then it was then it was senior year. I You could throw the whole junior year away. You could just throw that. I was so junior year was so boring. I was just bored the whole junior year. Outside playing football, I was bored. And then we was taking all those tests. We taking the
Hmm.
ASVAB and taking ACT and all that. I was like, bro,
Yeah,
I was so tired of
I
that.
remember that. I think, yeah, that's probably why I don't really remember junior year because it was a lot of tests that we were taking. I don't remember nothing.
Junior was just like, I was just like, bro, this is a placeholder year. Fuck up.
That was a filler year for real.
It was a real filler year because you're not young like the ninth and tenth graders. You're not in the young years no more. But you in
Mhm.
the senior year, you just stuck right there.
Right. It's true.
unless you graduate in junior. And I had a couple of them. I had a couple of them in my that graduated with me.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, they would skip. They was because I think they went to summer school and took other classes. There was
Yeah.
something that they did to where you could go up and take other classes, graduate. Because some of those qualifications wasn't necessary. Why I
Yeah.
got the math all 4 years of high school? Why? I mean, you just adding stuff on now.
Yeah. True.
I took chemistry sophomore year. I took chemistry sophomore year. The
I
only
think I took chemistry. I took did I yeah, I took AP chemistry junior year. Thought I loved it too. I really like science, but I'm just not that good at it. That's the thing. Just not that good at it.
and I had a very energetic chemistry teacher. She was like she could be a hippie back in the day.
Mine too. It was a man though, and he was just I don't know. He just seemed like he was high most days or
Very,
something.
I was like, she's snorting. She's snorting something. Oh, something. But she was very enthusiastic about
Yeah.
chemistry, so that helped. And
Mm-hmm.
she would talk to us. She was like, "Nah." She would talk to us like we ain't. That's why I like my 8th grade math teacher, Miss Daly. Miss Daly, my friend
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook, because Miss Daly kept it 100 with you. She ain't sugarcoat nothing. That's
I
why
swear I only got two teachers. That's my friends on Facebook from one from middle school and one from high school.
I think
That's it.
I got two. Both of them were middle school. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, y'all. I had a little difficulty right quick. I had to do my little Ray J right quick. Y'all see the dynamic Memphis. I had to go get the Memphis Tigers representing for the Memphis. You know how it is. So I'm turning the head to the back a little bit. But y'all know how we get down, man. Yeah. Put up instead of the glasses. Get to do the hat. Have some fun, man. Have some fun. But then, yeah, high school, yeah. And then 10th grade year, even though I love 10th grade year, I took algebra too. I swear, man,
Mm-hmm.
smacked me in the mouth. Algebra 2 smacked me in the mouth. It was
I
hard.
don't know why it just came to me like that, and I feel like math still kind of just come to me like that.
I could do easy math. Like folks, when I'll be at work or I'll be doing something, they'll ask me simple stuff. They'd be like, "All right, bro, what's 20 times 20 times 30 or something like that." They know I could do calculations like that quick in my head.
Yeah,
Percentages and decimals and all that. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at you and be like, "Bro, y'all know y'all can go get a calculator because I'm not gonna do it."
and it's crazy because like with my memory, I can remember numbers, but I can't remember like if somebody I don't know if I'm reading something, it's hard for me to like remember what I just read. But if I'm reading numbers, I can spit the numbers back out to you like it's nothing. It's weird. I think that probably helped me when it came to math a little bit.
Yeah, you so good with numbers that you remember them that
Yeah.
it's easy for you to calculate. Now, like I said, the
Mhm.
multiplication tables we used to do, I could jot that. I'm killing it. But
Killing the game.
after all that, I ain't finna add 1/3 plus 1/5 equals what?
Mhm.
Yeah, what's up? I ain't finna do all that. But
Yeah,
and then yeah, junior year you could throw junior year away. I couldn't stand it. It was
I don't remember that.
yeah. How many times did you take the ACT?
I think I took it 3 times, and I think my score only ended up being like a 23.
I took
It
it,
wasn't that good.
took it twice.
What you get?
19 twice. Once I got
Mm.
19 the second time, I was like, all right, I'm good. I ain't doing this no more. Cause
Yeah, I think I made an 18, 21, 23.
okay.
But like where I wanted to go to college, it just wasn't good enough. But I wasn't a good test taker anyway, so
And that's why I don't hold when people ACT scores. I never hold it together
mhm.
unless we really already know that you ain't you just didn't care and you're not a
Yeah,
good student anyway, and we know that, and you got a low score. That then we'd be like, hey, it's cool. But
yeah,
some people who have high GPAs, they just not good at tests. They can do
yep,
all the classwork in the world and everything like that, but the test come and your memory go blank.
yep.
But
I
it
knew
did.
a lot of people like that. I knew a lot of people that was just smart, like smart in school, but that test they just couldn't. It just wasn't good for them. They didn't get a good score.
And I know people that flipped it the other way. They
Mm-hmm.
they was missing assignments, then turning in assignments, couldn't do nothing but get a test, and they test is high. They
I
could,
feel like people that was doing it, they just weren't applying themselves for real in school.
because, and I saw it in ACT school. I had a couple folks I knew and saw, and I was like, man, bro, they would do something they work sometime. They'll do something like that and all that. And the ACT score come in, they get 25s and stuff, and I'm
Mm-hmm. How
like,
you do
it's like, bro, how that happen? I'll be like, you know what? But when we took the free one, when they gave us the free
that?
one in school. What schools you in? I remember they gave like 4 schools you could send them to, 4 or 5 schools.
Yeah.
You remember what schools you ended up sending it to?
I know I sent them to MT,
Me too.
UT Knox, um, who
I
else?
I didn't apply for Knox. I didn't even apply for Knox.
You didn't apply for Knox?
I didn't want to go to Knox. One, it was too big. It was too big of a school. That's too many. That's too many kids for me.
I
That's
didn't even know. Like that's just what my school talked about a lot. So I knew I wanted to try it. I think I sent it to TSU and UTM after that.
no okay. I think I sent mine to because I don't think they let us send it to out of state schools.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of them was in state. So I think I ended up sending mine to MTSU, UT Martin, Austin P,
Oh yeah, Austin P. Yeah.
and I think Memphis. I just sent it to Memphis just because, even though I knew I wasn't going to Memphis,
Mm-hmm.
I think I just sent it to Memphis just because.
Yeah.
And then then we retook it. I retook it that summer. So I think we took it in like March that year, and then I retook it that summer in June. When I got my same grade back, I was like, all right, bro, my GPA high enough for me to get into school. So
Right. As long as I can get in school.
right, I was like,
But
that's the thing. Getting into school was never the problem. It's paying for school. Getting into
so
school,
at Whitehaven they did the whole applying for scholarship things. They still do it. And that's what we was doing senior year. And I did that. So I applied to plenty of schools that didn't mean nothing, but I got into a lot of schools. So I just feel like the ACT thing, I just threw it away. Like
because
I got a score.
my GPA still got me into a lot of schools that I was
Mm-hmm.
looking for, and I was like, I'm talking about, I got into St. John's in New York. I got into
Mm-hmm.
University of Sioux Falls and North Dakota. Like I'm University of Ohio. I'm getting into all these places, but like,
Right.
it don't matter unless that financial aid kick in. That's
Mm-hmm.
the only way. And I was like, I'm not finna. I'm already gonna be in debt. I'm not finna be in debt. I'm already
Right.
in debt. I'm not finna be 150, $200,000 in debt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm already be like 30 or 40,000 in debt. I'd rather be that than be $140,000 in debt.
Right. I really wanted to go to MC so bad, but they didn't give me no money, so I couldn't go there.
So you ended up, like I said, so what schools you ended up applying for that you were really looking at?
MT, Austin P, UT Knox, TSU. I didn't really want to go to TSU, but I tried. U of M. Where else? Um, I think that's really everything that I actually wanted to go to. Now I applied to a whole bunch of other
Yeah,
different schools,
that's
but those are the ones I really wanted to go to. I really wanted to go to MT, like for real.
and I did close to the same thing. I applied to MT, applied to Austin P.
Mhm.
I applied to Ole Miss. I was looking at Ole Miss too,
Mhm.
and I ended up applying to and Martin. But I knew I wasn't going to Knox. Knox, one, it was too. I felt like it was too far. Now making that drive from Memphis out here now, I look
Yeah,
as an older person. I'm like, that drive really ain't as
it
bad.
ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad, but being 17 or 18, looking at it at that time, that
Yeah.
seemed like a long drive.
Yep.
That so I put Knox away. My mom already told me I wasn't going to Lane or TSU, so those two was already off the top. I knew I wasn't going to either one,
Yeah.
and I wasn't going to Lemoyne either. So I was like, I knew I was canceling them out, and I had got a scholarship to go to Christian Brothers, but I still had to pay money out of my pocket.
Mhm.
Oh, they gave me a $10,000 scholarship for 4 years, $10,000 a year, but I still owed 12,000 out of pocket. Now,
Yeah. I
see,
wasn't trying to give nothing out of pocket.
right. I wasn't going to Christian Brothers either. I toured the campus. I was like, bro, y'all campus too small, dorms too small for the price y'all paying. And I'm like, and I wasn't going to Rhodes. I want to
I
go to.
didn't want to stay home. Like I wanted to go. That's why Martin was perfect because I wanted to go away from home, but not too far. So Martin was like perfect. And if I was to stay home, it was gonna be U of M anyway.
Right, right. Definitely. If I stayed home, it was gonna be UNVM easily. But I didn't even. I don't even think. I think I applied. The only reason I think I applied for University of Memphis because I think they waived the application fee since we was in Memphis. We was from Memphis. I think they waived the application fee, so I
Mm-hmm.
filled it out and everything. But I wasn't never planning on going to Memphis. But that's why the farthest I was going was Clarksville.
Yeah.
But Middle Tennessee to Memphis. That was the range I was in. Any school from then in, that's where I was going,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I was end up applying to them. But before we talk about what schools we end up going to, what was one of your dream schools to go to?